Fat Joe, he did an interview with Angie Martinez, and Angie Martinez told Fat Joe that the reason why she haven't released the Tupac interview is because she feel like the interview would get people killed. What you think about her saying that?
Yeah, we were. I was there when he did the interview with Angie Martinez, and I seen that post, and I think she made a wise decision. You know what I mean? Because everybody will be involved, and when bodies start dropping and people lose their life, you know what I mean? The consequences and accountability, everybody who pushed that is involved. Like, for example, people die because the media really pushed the East Coast West Coast war that really wasn't there. So I think Angie Martinez was wise to say, I'm not going to release that, because she probably would have got a lot of money. It probably would have been one of her biggest interviews, especially back then. Pac was fresh out of jail, and one of the first interviews he done was with her. It would have blew up. But she was smart enough and wise enough to say, you know what? But what about the consequences? You understand? And I think hip hop need more of that. They need more of that mindset to say, okay, even with the record companies, the record companies don't really care about what these rappers put out, and if they start killing each other, because it's all about money. So I seen that, we was there, and I think that was really wise of her, to not release it, because Pac was mad. He was going crazy on everybody.
So I want to ask you, man, because this has been going on for years, Joe, and everybody keeps leaving comments and they got their own speculation about why she's not releasing it and what was Tupac saying in the interview. So if you can, give me a detailed account of Tupac flying her out and him doing the interview at his house and y'all being there. And of course, you probably can't tell me what was said in the interview. That's the whole point of her not releasing it. But can you give us an idea of what he was saying that makes her so scared 20 plus years later that she won't release it, yo?
I think because Pac was talking about, he was dropping everybody names. Andrew Harrell, these was powerful people. You know what I mean? Puffy, Biggie, um, all of them. He was just going. He probably was hit him up doing an interview. Probably was the first hit him up was that interview. You know what I mean? Because
You're right.
like I said back then, rappers wasn't just confrontation. They don't just confront their issues or say the name openly like that. You know what I mean? It probably changed with the Ice Cube, No Vaseline, and these type of things. But then when Pac did that interview, he was just dropping names and saying, I'm going to do this to this individual. He probably would have even put Pac in prison again. Because these are straight threats. He definitely was threatening people and stuff like that. From what me know, and he was, Pac passionate, screaming and angry, and you know what I mean? So I do think that was pretty much wise. You know what I mean? That she thought about the lives of others more than her career. Because you don't really have that, to be honest, right? You don't really have people that would say, you know what, if I put this out, man, my career gonna go further. But you don't really have people that say, but what about the consequences that's gonna come with this interview? Let me scrap it. That's respect for sure.
And you remember her being at the house and everything?
I do remember, yeah, I do remember the interview. I mean, I remember, I can't say the interview like word by word, but I do remember him doing that interview with her, Angie Martinez, at his Wilshire house. He had a penthouse on Wilshire, and the Outlaws, we was all there.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. If you don't mind, man, give me a detailed account of the incident Tupac had where he was attacking somebody with some scissors.
Yeah, that was I wasn't there, you know what I mean? But Pac mentioned to us about, and I think he also mentioned how people always test him. He was somewhere in LA. He stopped, went into one of these stores, and somebody tried to, what's up, homie? And Pac like, man, mind your business, this and this and that. And he trying to pay. And I think the dude tried to steal on Pac. And while Pac is at the thing, while the dude stole on the Pac, the scissors is there. So Pac grabbed the scissors and started chasing the dude around the store. But I say this because a lot of people, they say, well, why people always trying to test Pac or test rappers gonna get tested. You understand? Because when you come from the music, when you come from an environment and you promoting a certain type of lifestyle, our mindset in the hood, I don't agree with this. It's probably the most ignorant. You don't see this from no other culture. You understand? But they're gonna try to test you. They're gonna say, okay, you said in the song that you like this. Here's a chance to prove it. You understand? Unfortunately, that's the mentality coming from the hood, coming from the ghetto, is that, the people would put their freedom online just to test the rapper, just to go back to the hood and say, you know what, I seen such and such, I took off on him, he started running, or, he tried to fight me back, and then they demand for the weak, you know?